I gotta say, I'm kind of sick and tired of these old geezers controlling the lives of the young people, of course. For example, this guy, representative from Texas, Michael McCall, he's the chairman of the House Foreign Affairs Committee. And basically he says that the young boys and girls can be sacrificed for a bunch of semiconductor chips in Taiwan. I'll play the clip. He basically argues that it's okay if we go to war with China because Taiwan makes 90% of the world's most advanced semiconductor chips.
Make the basic case for why Americans not only should care about what happens in Taiwan, but should be willing to spill American blood and treasure to defend Taiwan.
They both get into it and apparently admit that the whole thing with China is just about resources. And one of the most important resources, semiconductor chips. Anyways, willing to spill American blood and treasure.
The case for Taiwan, that's a very good question. About 50% of international trade goes through the international straits, but I think more importantly, Chuck, is that the TSMC manufactures 90% of the advanced global supply of advanced semiconductor chips. If China invades and either owns or breaks this, we're in a world of hurt, globally.
So you got Russia, Ukraine, and then we're going to go mess with the Chinese dragons over there, all because we don't want to pay people here to make the chips because it's too expensive. These old who could have allowed all these manufacturing companies here in the States to make these chips so you don't have to go across the world and fight the Chinese. It's mind-boggling.
Congressman, it almost sounds like the case that would be made in the 60s, 70s, and 80s of why America was spending so much money and military resources in the Middle East. Oil was so important for the economy. Is this sort of the 21st century version of that?
I personally, I think it's about democracy and freedom.
And that's why we have to sacrifice the lives of boys and girls to go fight the Chinese. And this is all while recruiting for the armed services is at an all-time low. On top of that, the average American is too obese. They're too big for armed services. It's pretty crazy. They control the flow of electricity and all the devices that we use. Routers, Wi-Fi, anything, planes, cars, et cetera, you name it, it's in there. The Chinese already basically control the EV market because of batteries. They have a stronghold in Africa and South America. Kind of a big problem. 90% of products from Amazon, Walmart, they're all from China. They're all from China. Why? Because we don't want to pay people here in the West to make things. That is why we're going to go fight the Chinese so that they keep making the crap over there for a lot less. Now they admit that if China does go through with this, we're in a world of hurt because China is going to hold the West by the balls, essentially. That is a problem. Just like the forever wars in the Middle East.
Oil was so important for the economy. Is this sort of the 21st century version of that?
I personally, I think it's about democracy and freedom.
So the guy realized what he did, and he admits that he effed up by basically changing gears and then saying, hey guys, no, it's not about resources. No, it's not about exploiting the currency difference and therefore getting stuff for cheap from the Taiwanese. It's about protecting democracy. I'm starting to wonder if gun blazing in different places around the world to basically take their resources is really all about protecting democracy. So spill the young blood of the folks in China, Taiwan, here in the West, the US, all because they don't want to make the stuff here. These people are insane. So we should all go fight and die to protect industrial resources so that the old geezers heading the corporations can get these parts for cheap. That's all that it's about. Look at this guy. Goes on Fox News. US troops in Taiwan is on the table. Why aren't his kids going to Taiwan? And honestly, I don't think that's what armed services, the military and all the other branches, I don't think that's what they're supposed to be for, to steal, to get other people's resources. You want some chips? Well, make them. Make them here. Get rid of the bureaucratic BS. to be made here, pay people a decent wage, and pay a fair price. Want earth minerals to make your lithium-ion batteries? Then stop being dependent on China. Mine here or wherever. And I venture to say that most people, most young people definitely, have no idea on how to find Taiwan on a map. They give up their lives so a bunch of old geezers and corporations get to make an extra buck because it's cheaper to outsource.
Thank you all. God bless you all. Let's go lick the world. Let's get it done.
All right, guys, hope this video finds you all very well. Give a thumbs up if you haven't, and I will see you in the next one.